How to read a scholarly research article. Reading order and what's in each section. Scholarly peer-reviewed articles are how scholars and researchers communicate with each other. It's vital for your research to be able to read, process, and synthesize these articles. Your first goal in reading any scholarly article is to determine relevance for your topic. Keep it or move on to another. This video will introduce you to a suggested reading order for scholarly research articles. It will also describe what important, relevant information scholars typically include in each section of an article. The sections of a scholarly article are usually written in this order: the abstract, introduction, literature review, methods, results, discussion, and conclusion. Although it seems counterintuitive, the least effective way to read a scholarly article is from start to finish. Instead, we suggest reading articles in this order. Start with the abstract, then jump to the conclusion, discussion, introduction, results, literature review, and finally, methods. After you read each section, ask yourself, is the article relevant enough to my research assignment? Is it interesting? If yes, continue reading. If not, go back to your search results and try another article. In general, in each section you should be looking for the author's main points. Some useful words to look out for are "we hypothesize that," "we propose," or "we introduce." Start with the abstract. Abstracts contain a summary of the article. You will usually get all of the other sections condensed into a quick read. It's perfect for quickly assessing an article. Next is the conclusion. The conclusion summarizes what the authors did and identifies limitations and implications of the study. Ask yourself, what does the study mean and why is it important? Do you find the author's conclusions to be valid, or would you like to challenge it in your study? Moving along, read the discussion section. The discussion provides a clear answer to the question posed in the article. It explains how the results support the conclusions and makes connections to previous studies. This section can help determine if you understand and believe the author's claims. Ask yourself, what conclusions can you draw from this data? Do they agree with the author's conclusions? If you've decided the article is still relevant, read the introduction next. The introduction serves two purposes. It stimulates interest in the subject and puts the article in a larger context. Generally, introductions do this by leading readers from the general, what is already known about the topic, to the specific, what is not yet known, to the focused question the authors are asking. Thus, authors describe previous work and how their work relates to it. Ask yourself, why did the researchers do this study? Does the research question match up with the conclusions I read in the discussion? Next is the results section. The results section states what the authors found. It presents key data using figures or tables. If you are new to reading scholarly articles, you may want to skip the data and figures in the beginning and just read the text. Next, read the literature review. The literature review gives an overview of other research the authors looked at as they developed their research question. The literature review is helpful for looking at the scholarly conversation around your topic and can be used to find other relevant sources on your topic. Ask yourself, what have other people already written about on this topic? What is left to discover? Finally, finish up with the methods. The methods section tells the reader what experiments, if any, were done to answer the questions stated in the introduction. Methods can be very technical. They can use words in a level of detail sufficient for another trained researcher to repeat the experiment. This section can help you more fully understand the design of the experiments and evaluate their validity. When you are finished reading an article, jot down the key points of the article that are relevant to your research question. You don't need to grab every key point the article makes, just the ones that are the most relevant. To review, read scholarly articles in the following order: abstract, conclusion, discussion, introduction, results, literature review, and methods. Look for the author's main points and determine if it's worthwhile to keep reading after each section. Well done! You are on your way to becoming a more effective and efficient researcher.